friends, so today's challenge is making a piñata, and the challenge itself is for you to make a strong enough piñata that it will not break with the first 10 hits. And the second aspect of it is that it's big enough that it can hold at least 1 cup of goodies, okay? Adults, grown-ups, if you want to make this challenge per se a bit more challenging for older children, you can limit the amount of tape. Maybe it can just be 2 feet. But for our purposes right now, we're just gonna use the materials that we have and try to make the strongest piñata. All right, so now let me tell you about what you will be needing. Okay friends, so these are the materials you will need to create your piñata. And the most important is a box of cereal. So are you ready? Let's get started. Okay friends, so it's time to put on your engineer hat and make a decision about how you want your piñata to look. When it came to shapes, I decided for a more traditional, I went for the circle. And so I had to trace 2 circles onto my cardboard and cut them out. So I have 1, I have 2. Now comes a little bit more of a difficult part because we need to give volume to our piñata, correct? And also I was thinking this part I might use to do where we hold the piñata there. And so this will be where I'll have to place in the candy as well. Anyhow, I am going to go ahead and tape this and try to tape it here and give it volume. I think if I was limited to 2 feet of tape, I would not be able to do this challenge, friends. So I might be using a lot of tape, but here we go. I'll show you the result in a minute. Getting there, but piece of advice. When you are doing, before you go ahead and tape your long rectangular one, maybe then decide where you want your little slits to go, where your holder will go. This is where we'll be holding and hanging the piñata from. So make that decision and make these slits before you actually make the circular shape and tape it. And then another word of advice, learn this the hard way, is also decide very close to where your slits will end, decide where you will be filling in your candy and the size of it. Make sure you measure it. Found out the hard way. So, I will make sure that the candies go in there. Perfect. Okay, so that worked. So the next step I will show you, once we had it all together, I taped both ends right here. So it makes this not a circle, but a pentagon almost like shape. And then what I did is I added tape and then I, taped it to the circular shape, the pentagon shape. There we go. So let me just show you. I wanted to do this dip with you, and so we will choose, I think this will be the outside. So what we will do is cut a bunch of pieces of tape about a finger length, a thumb length, about there. And then we'll start placing them around in our circle, and I'll show you what it looks like. Right. There we go. At the end, it's gonna look like sort of like a sun, right? And so now what you will do is you will place it on top of the other side of your pentagon shape, and you will start taping. Make sure it kind of matches with the bottom one. But as you can see, watch this. As you can see, you just kind of have to take it in, tuck it in, and then just tape it onto the pentagon. There we go, like so. Here it goes. We will tape it. Okay, there we go. And ta-da! We sort of have our shape for our piñata. There it is. Okay, so you ready for the next step? Let's do this. Okay friends, so at the end, this is what it ended up looking like. And now comes our artist. It's time to put our artist brain on, and we are going to decorate our piñata. You can paint it, you can use your markers, whatever you want. Okay, and because of time constraints, I couldn't spend too much time on the decorating part, so that's where I'm using the paper plates. What I did is, you can see, I printed out Feliz Dia del Niño, Feliz Dia del Libro, and on the other side I did it in English. So this will be my main decoration. I will glue this onto the piñata and we'll let it be like that. But that will be the last step. I'm gonna put my piñata aside for now. And what I wanna do is I wanna add just a tad more piñata-like decorations to our piñata. So what I will be doing now is I am going to cut this strip right here of tissue paper. Well, I'll be cutting a lot maybe. So once you have a rectangle, kind of like that, you will fold it in half, like so. And I want you to be careful and fold in the middle. Perfect, see? Okay, so now what you do is you will cut little fringes, little lines. Not all the way. You want this to end together, see? Let me show you. It's opening right there, it's closed right there. So you want to go, let's see, let me show you this way, up to like right there. That's good. So we're going to do that all over our little rectangle there. So you have something left like this. And I will move my other piece of paper. And what I want to do is do it around my paper plate. I will come back and show you the final product. Okay friends, so this is what our plate ended up looking like. See that? It looks like a piñata, yay. So we did this and I was about to glue them. Whoa, and there goes the glue. But you know what? I think we're gonna do our math brains before we do that part. So let's see if I completed the first part of the challenge, which was to be able to place 1 cup of goodies in there. Friends, you do not have to use candy. You can be so creative with this. It's just a cup, and make sure it's something soft because when we break it, it's going to fall down. So make sure it's something soft and gentle that would not hurt you. Okay. I was able to fulfill this part of the challenge, which was to be able to fit 1 cup of goodies in here, in our piñata. Okay, so let's finalize our piñata, and then the fun part comes. We will test it out. Okay. So now that we have our plates, our lovely plates, I will try to glue them. All right, ta-da! Our piñata is complete. Yay! Candy's in there already. All we have left is to test it out, the real test. It'll be, can it not break with 10 hits? Or the other way we can look at it, how many hits does it take to break your piñata? Perfect, friends. We're gonna let it dry for a while, and then the last part will be the fun part, which will be to test it out. So came out pretty cool. There it is. So usually, traditionally, you break in a piñata in a park or somewhere where there's a tall tree and you can hang it up and someone else is holding it, and then the kids come and take turns to hit it. And I have 2 wonderful volunteers, Carlos and Jimena, who will try to break my piñata in less than 10 hits, and we'll see if it will make it or not. Are you ready to find out? All right.
Can we get the shovel? Yeah, that thing's not gonna break.
Okay, friends, so I have a wooden stick to use. So now we found a stronger made out of metal. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, so my piñata was successful. It resisted the force of the first 10 hits. So now let's see how many hits does it take to break my piñata. It might be the unbreakable piñata. So let's find out. You ready? Let's keep going, guys. I'll count. It has 10 already. Alright friends, so here is our piñata. It finally broke. It only took 24 hits to break. Thank you so much. I hope you've enjoyed it. I really hope you create your own piñata. If you do, please share it with us. You can share it on Instagram, on Facebook. Make sure you use the hashtag BCLKids. Once again, Feliz Dia del Niño, Feliz Dia del Libro, Happy Children's Day, Happy Book Day. Until next time, friends. See ya.